In this video we're going to see how we can use the Excitech Docs import tool to import files into the target vault. So if you recall, in a previous video we had created an import template and we'd pre-populated the file names by selecting a folder and recursively filtering on DWG files below that folder and subfolders, and that resulted in the spreadsheet here. So in true Blue Peter fashion, what I've done is I've pre-populated that. Here's one I made earlier. So we've got the document number, which I've managed to manually populate from the file name, and from that document number I've managed to fill in the project ID. I've populated the company ID, description and title, etc. Volume and level I've managed to identify from the document number, and these are just in code form at the moment, so we can see they're ZZ or 0001, etc. I've populated the type and role, who it's drawn by, revision, and the sequence number. So again, at a basic level, what you can do is you can use the created import template that you generate using the create import template tool to manually populate data of the files that you want to import. And once you've done that, you can save that, and that brings us back to the import tool. So what we need to do is to click edit on the general settings tab and then populate our data source section. So I will select our drawings populated spreadsheet, which is the one I've manually completed, and click open. Then I need to select what sheet the data's in, so that is class drawing 2 as per generated by the template generator, and then I need to select the import class, so in this instance it's going to be drawing. We'll leave the rest of the settings as they are, so we can save that, and then we can go on to the property mapping section. So again, just as before, we've got all of the properties here, but this time these are the properties for the selected class, which is drawing now, so there are a few more properties. Again, the properties in bold are mandatory, and we've got the additional source file name mapping at the top here, and now this is because this particular class can have files attached to it, so it needs to know where to get that file source from in order to bring that into the vault. So and we've got the data type, and we've got how those particular properties are mapped. Now when I completed the spreadsheet, so let's just go back to that quickly. So the template that I generated had a lot of columns in. Now most of these are not mandatory, so when I completed my filling out of the template, any columns that didn't have any data in, I simply remove them, and this just helps make the whole process a lot simpler. So let's just close that down. So what I can do now, having selected my spreadsheet, I can click edit on the property mapping section and then auto map the values that I've completed. So that will go through and it will populate the source file name, document number, project ID, company ID, etc, etc. And we're pretty happy with that. So what we can do now, we can go to the validation tab and make sure that all that data is valid and is likely to come in as we expect. So we just click on the validate there, and it's saying that everything is correct. So if we just have a quick look at the validation spreadsheet, which has come up now, it's telling us that all the rows are valid, and it's telling us what the source file name is, what the document number is, project ID. But what it's also done, where we had the level codes or volume codes in our spreadsheet, the import utilities automatically resolve those. So it's saying that ZZ actually resolves to all volumes, and 00 to ground floor, or 01 to first floor, and XX to no applicable level or ZZ. And if we just scroll along, we've got the rest of the data as per mapped from the original spreadsheet. So we can close that, and now all is left to do is to actually import that into the vault, which is simply a case of clicking the import button. So we just click import, and that will chug through those, and there we go, operation complete. So if I go into the target vault, and yeah, already in my recently accessed by me, so what we'll see here is the documents have been created. So we've got the object with the correct name as per the spreadsheet, and then if I just expand that out, we can see we got the file attached, automatically got the volume, project ID, level, who it's drawn by, company ID, and if we just have a quick look at the metadata here, it's obviously come in as the drawing classes, which is what we selected. It's picked up the fact that we'd mapped description and title 1, revision, drawn by, and we just click on another one. Take a quick look at the metadata for that one, and again, drawing, document number, project ID, company ID, title information's been populated, and there's the file attached. So that is basically how you can import files into Excitech Docs using the import tool. Thank you very much.